Good morning, everyone. I would like to call the meeting to order. And as directed by Manitoba Health, we're requesting people to avoid close contact within 2 meters with anyone showing symptoms of respiratory illness, such as coughing or sneezing. If you're experiencing flu-like symptoms, we are requesting that you excuse yourself from the room. I would like to begin by acknowledging that we are in Treaty 1 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis Nation. On the panel this morning is Mr. Jeff Peach to my left, and to his left is Mr. Harvey Diamond. My name is Brent McIntyre, and I'll be the chair, and our secretary is Michelle Newton. We will be hearing applications for revision of the assessment roll in accordance with the Municipal Assessment Act. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application, and we will limit discussion to those matters. The statements that applicants or the assessor make at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anyone speaking to the matters must be sworn in. Please be advised that comparisons of assessment of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the board. The Board of Revision is appointed annually by council and is independent of it and the city administration. It makes its decisions on the basis of the evidence provided at this hearing and issues a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the board's decision with respect to an application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to the assessed value of the classification, or to the Court of Queen's Bench if the matter pertains to the application of exemptions for taxation. Should you wish to appeal it, the information on how to do so will be included within the board's order. With respect to the hearing process, I will confirm the matters to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We will then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions that the applicant may have. Then the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each side will have an opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all the evidence about an application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket. The session will close after all the applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the order by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live streamed, recorded, and will be part of the public record. Our assessor this morning is Svetlana Shabel. And Svetlana, you can proceed for the first property, which is 279 Gary Street. How do you affirm on?
I have to be able to see.
Oh, okay.
Before you have a seat, I'll affirm you in. Can you state your full name, please?
Jeff Mosavacchio.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can have a seat. I'll affirm you in, okay?
Yes,
Okay, can you state your full name, please?
Svetlana Shabel.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
And you may
File number 19-5131. Address is 279 Gary Street. Business assessment ID 39846. Business name Fame 9 Club. And owner 6108360 Manitoba Income. Total annual rental value for this property 110,100. Total, it's a club with total area of premise 10,607 square feet, with overall annual rental value per square foot $10.38. Our base rent for 10,607 square feet, we did apply $7.93 per square foot, plus all occupancy costs around $2.45. How we came across 110,100. Subject property, we have rent. Started in August 2010 for 10 years for $11.28. On my next page, you can see 6 comparables, all clubs. My first comparables on 133 Scarfield Boulevard, premise area 6,400, was rent in 2012 for $15. Second comparables on 2405 Main Street, around 4,500, rent from 2015 for $23 per square foot. Third comparables on 420 Des Meurons Street for 3,500 square feet, rent for $8.50. Rent started in 2014. My fourth comparables, 1500 Dakota Street, around 3,200 square feet, rent for $14.75. Rent started in 2014. Fifth comparables on 1600 Region Avenue West, 3,300, rent for $9 per square foot. Lease started 2012. In my last comparables, number 6 on 986 Loriman Boulevard, premise areas around 7,500, rent for $12. Lease started in 2009. Based on my comparable, the assessment is fair. It should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Jack, do you have any questions of the assessor?
No, as
This is
reason and me.
yeah. This you get a chance to present your evidence.
Oh,
We just have to go through. This.
no.
No questions. Yeah. I think I'm fine for now. Yeah. Harvey.
All of your comparable locations are quite a bit smaller. Is that not an impact on the rent to be paid?
All my comparables, it's dance studio. I can name them. Dance school first, dance academy second, prominent dance third,
Yeah.
dance studio 4 and 5, Rising Star Academy of Arts and 6, Kick It Dance Studio. So it's very similar to subject property, and they range between $9 to $23, and we assess at $7.93. It's fair.
Okay. That's my chance.
Okay. I only have one question. So there were no nightclub comparisons in the downtown area?
No, but it's dance studio. It's a big square footage, open space. It's very similar to subject property.
Okay, thank you. Jack, now it's your turn to make a presentation.
Yes, so 2019, I expanded and took rental from, used to be called Sky City. And the new lease was 7,500 gross a month. But I had an option because the landlord was having some issues with renting it out and everything. So I took the extra 4,000 square feet. And but I would have to give 3 months notice if I didn't want it anymore. Okay, that was our agreement. So obviously it didn't work out, and the lease was I think there was got a letter here from my lawyer to between this time. Sorry, the landlord lost the building, and the bank had it, Carpathia Credit Union. So the actual rent went down to 2,678 for the. It's a basement. The 10,000 square feet is just a basement. It's not like main property. it's a basement. And so the agreement was that starting February 1st of 2020, my gross rent will be $2,678.25. Because I gave up the main floor of South Sky City for 1,000 square feet. So I thought, it can be, my business tax can be assessed to that. It's not like prime. Okay, it's a basement. That's what it is.
Svetlana, have you got any questions?
First, you will be reduced your square footage in 2019. It will be effect 2022 assessment value, so it's not relevant. All my comparables, it's usually basement, rarely main floor. That's all. That's it. Just comments.
I'm sorry, I missed part of your presentation and I wasn't listening very intently, so I apologize. I just want to confirm so that the total area is 10,000 square feet now?
Yes.
And the entirety of the 10,000 square feet is in the basement?
Oh yeah, it's all.
And that's as of what date?
It's always, as of February of, because like I also have 4,000 square feet on the upper floor.
Okay.
So I have to, in the agreement, I have to give them 3 months notice if I want to get away from the main floor or the basement, one or the other. I picked that I give up the main floor,
right,
which is called Sky City now. And so while this was happening, the gentleman, Sandu property, lost that building. The Carpathia Credit Union took it over.
I see.
So I gave up that 4,000 square feet and still kept the 10,000 in the basement. And at this time, when we revised, it was $7,500 gross rent for the 14,000 square feet. So I gave up the 4,000 square feet and just kept the basement,
right,
which the rent came down to what I pay now is $2,678.25.
And that's as of February the 1st, 2020?
Yes.
I have no other questions, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Harvey?
So you still have 10,000 square feet, which is what you have on the city's bridge. So you still have 10,000, you're giving up the 4,000 upstairs.
Yes.
And you pay a total, is that a gross rent of $26.78 a month, or?
Yes.
Okay, and you pay any of your other utilities directly to?
No, that's all.
So that's all included, right?
Yes.
And that's monthly?
Pardon me?
And that's monthly?
Yes.
So, now you should pay that 12 times a year.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. And I have no questions. That concludes your presentation. Thank you. The order will be mailed within a couple of weeks.
Yes. Okay, that'll be it.
Now. Oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
You have to disinfect this.
Well, I can use it.
Sorry?
I'm locked out again. I don't know what happened here. What's not happening?
That's what I need to read, right? Am I okay now?
Yes.
Yes. That's
Thank you.
Oh. Here in this room.
We have to close this out.
Oh, there it is. No. Oh, still.
You need to hear the open.
It's on you.
I hope not.
Perfect.
Well, you heard it.
Yes.
I heard it from out there. Did you? Yeah. Oh, yes.
Please state your full name, please.
Rocky.
Do you affirm that the evidence shall be given the truth, the whole truth,
Svetlana, you can proceed to 606 Ellis with your presentation.
File number 19-5880. Address 606 Ellis Avenue, business ID 19720. Business name Ellis Dental Group. We did assess business at annual rental value of $42,480. Total area of premise 2,325 square feet. Overall annual rental value per square foot $18.27. Base rent for premise area of 2,325 square feet is $15.82 plus occupancy cost $2.45. How we came across $42,480. You can see 10 comparables, all comparables medical and dental offices. My two comparables on Pembina Highway 2077, lease started in 2016-2017. Reported area 1,800 and 2,000, around 2,400. Reported rent between $17.50 to $20. Two comparables on 1,425 Caridon, comparables 2 and 3. Rent started in January 2015 and May 2015 for 2015 years. This square footage just more than 4,700 for $20.60 per square foot. Another premise for 2,600 for $24 per square foot. My fifth comparables on Pembina 2065 Pembina lease started in 2016 for 5 years, around 4,000 square feet for $16.50. Comparables on Rublin Boulevard 6016, lease started in 2016 for 10 years, 3,200 square feet for $18 per square foot. 7 comparables on Stafford 3945 Stafford, lease started in 2015 for 5 years, around 2,000 square feet for $23 per square foot. 9 comparables on Lorimer Boulevard 1020 with premise area or 4,700, lease for $22 per square foot. In my last comparables on McPhillips 1450 McPhillips, lease started in 2016 for 12 years, around 1,800 square feet for $18 per square foot. We did assess our premise of 2,325 square feet for $15.82. Based on comparables, that its fair assessment should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you, Rocky.
You inspected the property?
On Ellis. 1 second.
Have you inspected the property, Svetlana?
No, I didn't inspect.
Okay, thank you.
Your comparables, 10 comparables, none of these are close to Ellis, are they?
All my comparables, clinical and hospitals and dental clinic.
But are there any of them
It's very similar to subject property.
any
Ellis Dental Group.
Ellis? Are any of them close to Ellis in proximity?
And Svetlana, that's a yes or no answer?
Okay, closest will be Caridon, 1425 Caridon, 395 Stafford, and 1450 McPhillips Street, closest one to my subject property.
Are you suggesting that your comparables are in the same market region as the subject?
I suggest to my comparables, it's suburban medical offices, similar like subject property.
Are any of your comparables converted houses?
Doesn't matter. We assess right now premise area that occupied by medical office.
Svetlana, that's a yes or no answer?
I don't know specific.
Did you review the realty decision?
I didn't part of it. I cannot comment.
I'm sorry, you're saying you've seen the realty decision?
I saw a realty decision, but it's not my hearing. I cannot comment on it.
Well, the Board of Revision in that case reduced the value by about 40% based on quality and other issues. You didn't follow up with that?
No, because it's a new hearing. My comparables presented between $16.50 to $23 per square foot, and we access only $15.82. It's fair.
The realty assessment for realty was initially set at $15.82 a square foot, which is the same number you're using today. So you made no changes whatsoever.
No, because my comparables market comparables showed our assessment, right?
Did the city appeal that decision for realty?
I don't have answer.
Those are my questions.
Thank you. I have no questions. Perfect.
No questions.
And I have no questions.
I see municipal board appeal for 2020, but I don't know who appeal. I don't see it. Sorry.
Well, that's fine. We'll proceed with Rocky's presentation.
Thank you. This is a converted house on Ellis, originally built, I believe, 1920. Then there was an addition put on the back. The addition at the back is on a part basement, and it was a poured basement, whereas the original basement is rubble foundation. Now, the realty case had the basement space as rentable. That was one of the problems. The other problem is this $16 rent. Now, I have some pictures that I took of it, and there's also some measurement concerns. Pictures I took on page 4. Oh, there's more pictures in this. Anyway, this is on page 4, this is the upper area. So this is a 3/4 ceiling. And the upper floor is very inferior space. And on page 5, that's me standing in the doorway. That is not to code, the height, unless I shrunk a bit, maybe. But so it's not rentable space, but it is accessory space, which we're going to acknowledge for storage. Now, in terms of rents, these were the same rents we presented at the Board of Revision, and there's a number of them listed on page 6. The decision was based on our calculation of $8.59 overall. And what we've done with that is work that out to be $12 on the main floor and $2 on the upper level. And I did appeal this decision. I don't think it's low enough. The assessment department tragically missed the mark here. There should have been an inspection. There should have been an adjustment done on this property rather than defend it without even looking at it. It is an inferior property. And you can see the board order, page 3, adjusted net operating income, rather vague discussion of it. That was their way around giving us a real reason. And I had been in this building years and years ago, and the day after the hearing, I went and re-inspected before I had seen what the board had done, just to confirm everything on it. And so it is it's a converted house, inferior grade, owner operated, main floor has some utility, Ellis Avenue, not corporate. That's my presentation.
Thank you. Svetlana, any questions?
Yes, please open page 3 of agent report. You can see that original area was 3,325 square feet. Right now, we assess only 2,325 square feet. My point is, if we use our base rent, $36,782 divided by original area, 3,525 square feet, base rent will be $10.43. It's very good, fair. It's fair for this type of property. And by the way, it's small building. It's before 5,000 square feet. It should be, gross floor area should be same as leasable area. I will be going record, update this record.
You should be asking questions of Rocky, not giving.
Okay, no questions.
Thank you. Jeff?
Rocky, just a point of clarification. I notice on your, I think it's page 2, second, it's 2,325 square feet. You've got estimated base rent, question mark. Why the question mark? Cost to occupy, question mark. I see.
This is a cut from the city's website. This is their workup.
I see.
I guess they're questioning it themselves. I don't know.
Okay.
This is what the website would show you, so I don't know.
And then Svetlana mentioned, and I see here on your submission, page 3, 3,525 square feet as compared to 2,325 square feet on your cover page. I'm a bit confused by that.
Well, the reasoning for that is what we were trying to do with the board order was to calculate backwards to see what rent they applied. Now, the board order does not mention anything about a change in usable area. And so this is the number which includes the basement in the usable area. Now, after looking at it and confirming, the basement should never count in the usable area. And so we've just taken the number that was here and just adjusted on a prorated it out to the upper level. You'll note that the net income that we calculated in the decision is $30,285, and we've adjusted it to 22.9 by taking off the prorated basement space.
I see basement here listed as 500 square feet.
Oh, that should say second floor.
I see main 1,825, basement 500. That's 2,325.
No, that it should say second floor 500 feet.
Second floor 500.
Yeah, not basement. There is a second floor,
That's 2,325.
approximately. There's another measurement with this, and I didn't do this workup, but I did measure it myself, and there are some flaws with it which we haven't gone around to correcting. But the picture of it, either my picture or the assessor's picture, shows that there's a cutout at the front corner, and that's always been included in the assessor's square footage, and it's open. So that has to be adjusted down. So I haven't presented my actual measurements, which I'd had the plan area is actually okay. The plan area is approximately 1825. That was corrected. And the upper floor with the pitch, it's 24 by 24. So that's 400 and I forgot my square table here. I was going to say 576 with a cutout for the vertical penetrations, and that's also a 3/4. So we just said 500.
No other questions. Thank you.
Harvey?
So Mikey, where's the being upstairs?
Coffee room.
Oh, sorry.
Tea, not tea. Coffee room, I was going to say, but it's
It's just a coffee room.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's not a dental office
No,
upstairs. Okay, and so before taking, you've got I guess, ARV of 28,596 all included. Looking at your worksheet on page 2.
Page 2.
Where you compare yours compared to the cities, which is next to it.
Oh, yeah, we have 22,900 for the base rent versus 36,782 for the city.
And you have a total overall rent of 28,596.
What? Oh, yeah,
This is 28,600.
28.6. I'm sorry.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, that's correct. I'm sorry. There's we've been the numbers below. I should have mentioned. We've been working with all the industry groups on the impact that COVID had on them, and so we have done calculations on it. What we're doing is when there's an actual forced closure or a legal reason or a physical reason it's closed, we would then ask for that number, but we haven't had any confirmation they're shut down. So,
Yeah, for sure. And there are also dental offices. I know we're looking for emergencies.
and what constitutes an emergency? Like my tooth is sore right now. That's an emergency for me. Yeah, I don't know. We don't know.
Okay.
So 28.6. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So just to clarify, there is no basement in this?
There is a basement. It's a rubble foundation basement with like it's about 5.5 clear. So it's the old style basement. Hasn't been lifted. rubble around, just some garbage down there.
So they don't even use it for storage.
There's some old dead storage down there, and at one point there was a bathroom down there, which they removed.
That was my only question. Thank you. That concludes that property. The next one is 1599 St. Mary's. And Svetlana, you can proceed.
File number 19-5741. Address 1599 St. Mary Road. Business assessment ID 40061. Business name is Santa Maria Pharmacy. We did assess business, it's an annual rental value of $52,320 dollars. Area of premise 2,800. Overall annual rental value $18.69. Our base annual rental value per square foot applied $16.24 for 2,800 square feet, plus occupancy cost $2.45. It's our annual rental value of $52,320. You can see 10 comparables, medical office, medical dental offices on Pembina Highway between $70.50 and $20. On Caridon Avenue, 1425, two comparables for $22.60 and $24 per square foot. On Pembina, 2065 Pembina, lease in 2016, around 4,000 square feet for $16.50. On Roblin, 6016 Roblin for $18 per square foot. 260 Ann Road for $19 per square foot, or Lorimer Boulevard for $22 per square foot. On McPhillips for $18 per square foot. We did assess at $16.24 per square foot. So based on my comparables, the assessment is fair and should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions, Rocky?
Have you inspected?
Yes, I inspected.
How recently?
I did update this record when it was transferred to medical office. And it's a 3-floor building, full basement, full occupied basement. Main floor is clinic and pharmacy. Pharmacy organized inside attached garage. And second floor, it's a residential under renovation.
Svetlana, the question was, when did you inspect?
When I inspected. On May 3rd, 2018, for business, we apply only main floor.
Was that May 2019?
2018, yes.
And did you consult your file, or sorry, the 2,800 square feet you have, is this all main floor or is this somewhere else?
It's a full main floor, but we still have basement. We didn't apply basement for business, but apply basement for realty. But it's full finished basement.
Oh, so this is the main floor area. Did you consult the plans when you assigned this area to it?
Yes, correct.
Well, I have a copy of them here, which was actually provided by the assessment department for realty.
So are you saying that the plans say that it's 2,800 feet?
We apply for main floor for business.
2,800 feet, you're saying from plans?
Yes.
And these rents that you brought forward, these are the same ones that you brought forward for the last property on Ellis, is that correct?
I presented 10 comparables.
These are the same ones as the last
Yes,
property.
same, because it's everything dental, medical offices. It's very similar to subject property for occupied space.
Those are my questions.
Thank you. Sure. Thank you.
Mark,
No questions.
and I have no questions. Rocky, you may proceed.
Yes, thank you. I thought we were on the same page here. I'm now reading the plans that were provided to us by the assessment department. 2016, when there were some changes done. And I believe it was 2625 is the main area, plan area from plans. And I'm just looking for that particular quotation on the page. The light's not good in here and it's very small print. That is one issue we had in terms of the rent. Again, I didn't make this up. I kind of disagree with the rent. I think it should be higher. I hate to say that, but it is a better location. I had actually thought that the rent would be closer to $14 or $15 myself. I know that there's numerous properties in the area that are similar, so I'm just gonna change it, but I'm gonna use the actual square footage. That would be the base rent should be $39,375, which changes my ARV to 45806. And I don't know, around here. $45,804 is the rounding. 45804. Of course, it's my understanding no pharmacies were really impacted by COVID. Probably did a great business while they were during the shutdown. So $15 a square foot, and the plan area, which again I've taken from the city's own evidence in the past.
Answer your presentation.
That's it.
Thank you. Svetlana, do you want to ask Rocky any questions?
I would like to ask question about rent. You did apply $12 per square foot. What is your comparables? Showed medical offices on page number 4. Could you point us?
First of all, the concept of calling it medical office is incorrect. It's a pharmacy for one. Secondly, there is no such market description of that sort. It's just retail space in a converted house. My reasons for changing it were that I'm aware of 2 converted houses doing business in this area, and I did not have them in my evidence. They're at 15. One's at 14. One's at $15. The one is owned by Randall Homes, and it was a converted house that they were renting out. And the other is trying to remember what it was. Anyway, I don't have them in here. No excuse for it. We just didn't put them in. And we also manage the mall across the street, which is a modern mall. And our average rents in it are $14.40 a square foot. That's 1,500 St. Mary's.
Would you agree? You would agree that medical office space rent higher than normal office building?
No, not at all. Generally, what you find is that the medical office, they tend to build the TIs into the rent. So one has to look past the face rent and see if it was a clean deal. The TI setup in the medical office, dentists are the highest. They could be $80 a foot, medical, $40, $50 a foot. And if those modifications are amortized into the rent, then they show a false rate. Shelf space, retail space, whatever you want to call it, this is all it is.
Did you inspect the properties?
Yes.
Where is located pharmacy on floor, main floor?
Pardon me?
Where is location pharmacy on main floor?
I'm not sure what the question is.
Okay. Pharmacy located in converted garage. Right now it's space for pharmacy. Let's have medical clinic. Okay, no questions.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, I can describe it. I mean, okay, no.
Yeah,
I have no questions.
perfect.
No questions.
And I have no question. So that concludes your morning.
I dropped in another brief into you guys' file there. It's for marks.
For this first property, 281 Donald. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Morning, gentlemen.
morning.
Morning.
So the new world we're in.
Mark.
And do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Oh, perfect.
What property first?
The property is 281 Donald Street, and you can just read in the roll number and the AR.
File number 19-5382, 281 Donald Street, business ID 43A39. We did assess property business at annual rental value of $876,900.
Thank you, and
I'm prepared to have the value confirmed.
thank you. Any questions, Svetlana?
No questions.
Jeff? Harvey?
No questions.
And I have. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
That'll be this simple. The next one is Unit 100, 260 Hargrave. Then you may proceed.
File number 19-5378, address Units 100, Building 260 Hargrave Street, Business Assessment ID 34896, Business name Tavern United. We did assess business at annual rental value of 253,260. Total premise area of 9,638 square feet with overall annual rental value of $26.28 per square foot. Our base annual rental value $23.83. We did apply of premise less than 10,000 square feet plus occupancy cost $2.45. Our how came across annual rental value of 253,260. We have lease started in 2010 for subject property for $20.36. It's 8 years before reference date. Our restaurant rent comparables, I presented 10 restaurant rent comparables. All is restaurant. It's on 274 Gary Street, lease in 2014, around 6,000 square feet for $30 per square foot. 330 St. Mary Avenue, Units 200, lease in 2014, around 9,000 square feet, $22 per square foot. First Fork Mark Road, lease started in 2009, around 9,000 square feet for $20.35. Two leases on Portridge, 311 Portridge Avenue for $33 per square foot and $26 per square foot. My six comparables on 14255 Portridge Avenue, lease start 2017, around 7,000 square feet for $31 per square foot. 2419 Main Street, lease started in 2017 for $27.50. On Region, lease started in 2017 and around 3,700 square feet for $30 per square foot. Lease on Cannonston 530 Cannonston Boulevard in 2016, around 5,600 square feet, $22.50. And my last comparables on 2065 Pembina Highway, lease started in 2016, around 5,500 square feet for $24 per square foot. So my comparables showed between $26 per square foot to $31 per square foot. We did assess subject property and $23.83 per square foot. It's our base rent. My based on comparables, the assessment is fair and should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Mark, do you have any questions?
How many of your comparables are located on 2 floors?
My comparables on St. Mary are located on 2nd floor. It's our Shark Club. And rest on main floor.
Sorry, can you repeat which one is 2 floors?
My comparables number 2 located on 2nd floor on St. Mary Avenue 330. It's our Shark Club.
All right, but you're saying that's located on the 2nd floor. I agree. But my question is, how many of the comparables are spread over 2 floors. That's a
I
different,
don't have these comparables.
sorry, none. Okay.
None.
The subject is 9,684 square feet. What is your largest comparable? Is it number 3?
Number 3.
And then your next largest comparable is number 2. Correct?
Number 2 on St. Mary and also around 7,000 square feet. Number 6 on Portridge Avenue.
Yes, all right. Of your 10 comparables, which one do you consider the best comparable?
Best comparables, it's built with St. Mary Avenue. It's very close to subject property.
So that's number 2.
And Gary, no, better will be Gary, 274 Gary Street for $30.
That's a better comparable.
It's closest to the subject property.
Well, do you think it's closer than the Shark Club at 330 St. Mary's? The Shark Club is right across the street, isn't it?
It's in downtown area. So
Yes, I
it's
know that. They're all in-
260 Hargrave Street, our subject property, St. Mary Avenue, 330, and 274 Gary Street. It's located same downtown area.
Yes, I agree it's in the same downtown area. But agree with me, please, that the subject is located on the northwest corner of Graham and Hargrave, correct?
Correct.
The Shark Club is located diagonally across the street on the 2nd floor of City Place. Agreed?
Correct.
274 Gary is located 2 blocks further to the east. In fact, it's located 3 blocks further to the east.
Correct. It's only 3 blocks. Yes.
All right. Those are my questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Carter.
I have no questions, thank you.
And I have.
So, Tavern United was closed for a period of some months because of the virus. It is located at the northwest corner of Graham and Hargrave in the old powerhouse building for the old Eatons. The Shark Club, comparable number 2, and so in my brief, what I did, my page 3 is the assessor's workup for the subject property. But my page 4, the last page, is the assessor's workup for the previous property. The reason I put it in is because the comparables are exactly the same, but the assessor identified who the tenant is, who the occupant is, on the comparables for 281 Donald, but didn't do so on the subject. So I thought it was just easier to put that in as well, so we knew exactly what we were dealing with. So northwest corner, Graham and Hargrave, 9,683 square feet. 9,638 square feet, spread over 2 floors. Reported rent of $20.36 on the main floor and $20.03. That averages to about $20.20. The closest comparable is the Shark Club, which, as I say, is diagonally across the street in the old Eaton warehouse, now known as City Place. The closest comparable in terms of size is the assessor's number 3 at 9,351 square feet. The old spaghetti factory located in the Johnson Terminal building at the Forks. So again, it's a multi-tenant situation. Among the comparables the assessor did not make mention of is Boston Pizza, also located in the City Place building across the street from the subject, 6,647 square feet at $18.85 a square foot. Many of the assessor's comparables are new construction, including Number 4 and number 5, both newly built, relatively speaking, both much smaller in size. The assessor's comparables from a size perspective, with the exception of number 3 and number 2, are all considerably smaller, especially when we get into numbers 5 through 10, much smaller. Economies of scale comes into play. I would suggest to you that the rent to be utilized, that the best comparables are the Spaghetti Factory, 9,351 square feet, also in a multi-tenant old building, redone, the Johnson Terminal, $20.35, the Shark Club, $22, Boston Pizza, $18.85, all right across, the last two right across the street. That creates, I'd suggest, a bracketing of a rent range in the range of $18 to $22. I'm suggesting the average reported rent of $20.20 should be used. That creates a base rent of $194,687 plus the occupancy cost, $218,300. That is what I am requesting. Thank you.
Thank you. Questions, Svetlana?
On Edgen report, comparables 311 Portridge, Crown Social Club and Merchandise Kitchen. It's adjacent to old hotels. One second. You would agree that it could be very similar to the subject property, it's correct?
The two comparables at 311 Portage, you're asking me if they're very similar?
Yes.
They're similar in terms of location. They are not similar in terms of age or construction. The 311 Portage property is newly built, opening in 2014, 2015. The Tavern United is in a redone old powerhouse building dating back a long ways.
So, and they rent for $26 per square foot and $33 per square foot, correct?
Those are the rents, yes.
And our assessment letter is $24. It's adjusted for building, correct?
I don't know how you got to your number.
No questions.
Thank you. Questions, Jeff?
I'm unfamiliar with the subject property. I've never been inside. You mentioned it's a redone powerhouse building. What has it been redone and when was it done?
Okay. So the powerhouse building, the old Eaton's building, which is where the arena is, and the Eaton warehouse, which is where the City Place Shopping Center is. The powerhouse building supplied the power, big boilers, for that entire area. It was redone. CTV News, the television station, is located on the second floor. True North has offices in that building as well. So they redid that building. And on the, as I say, the northwest corner of Graham and Hargrave, over 2 levels, is the Tavern United. It is a restaurant, bar, that type of thing. Sure.
And when was it redone?
It was redone in approximately 2010.
Okay. Other questions?
Harvey?
So, my understanding is it's a bit of an iconic building, you say?
An iconic building?
Yeah, it's really done, but it's a bit of like the Tavern United itself is an attraction for a younger crowd.
Yeah, I mean, the theme is really one of a sports bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're really getting a business tax here, so the fair rent is very basically the type of assumption that it is. We reflect on the rent that we pay because the business they could do.
Well, the rent that it's paying is reported by the assessor. But comparables in the area, the Shark Club, for example, right across the street, Boston Pizza, also in the City Place building. You know, there's a bracketing of rents. That's the term I used.
Well, I understand, but you're basically saying that because it's a new building, it would attract lower rents. I'm saying it would attract rents based on the business is going to attract.
Well, but I'll say two things to you.
Yeah.
The cost of construction being what it is, developers cannot economically put tenants in place unless they get a certain level of rent. Those who take an older building and redo it have a head start and can put tenants in at a lower rate.
True. I agree. Okay. Thank you.
And I have no questions, so that concludes your presentation.
Nice visiting all of you. I hope everyone is well.
Thank you. I think we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll proceed to the next property, 870 Scotland, and you may proceed.
Oh, I need to affirm the name. Can you state your full name, please?
Sure, it's true.
Do you affirm that the evidence you're about to give at this hearing should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you.
Thank you.
File number 19-5451. Address is 870 Scotland Avenue, Business Assessment ID 31017. Business name Mini School. We did assess business at annual rental value of 20,900. Total area of all premises 7,466 square feet. Overall annual rental value per square foot $12.58. Our base rent, overall base rent for per square foot $10.13 for 7,466 square feet. We did apply $2.45 occupancy cost, so our annual rental value $23,900. It's occupied by owner. You can see 8 my comparables. The first comparables 490 Hargrave lease in 2016 for around 20,000 square feet for $16 per square foot. Second comparables on Pembina, 870 Pembina, lease in 2017 around 1,600 square feet for $16.50. A lease on Queen Elizabeth Way 28 for in 2018 for $15.25. Fourth comparable on Portridge 1485 Portridge, lease in 2016 around 4,000 square feet for $15.50. 2 leases on Caridon, first 6A98 Caridon for $17 per square foot, around 2,000 square feet. Another lease for $16 per square foot, 1,300 square feet. 7 lease on Taylor, around 10,000 square feet for $14.40. And lease on Higgins Avenue for $12.95. We did assess subject property, subject business at $10.30 per square foot. Based on comparables, the assessment is annual assessment rental value is fair and should be confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Jared?
Yeah. Okay. So are you aware of the nature of the tenancy in this building?
Yes,
Okay. Can you tell us what goes on in this building, please?
it's a mini school.
It's a
PD
mini-
Campus Inn. For your information, my 8 comparables for Higgins Avenue and Kids School too. Daycare.
Yeah, I'm aware of Higgins Avenue. That's Cookum's place. That's actually owner occupied, but that's fine. So you are aware then that a large portion of this property is actually exempt based on the fact that it's a school, correct?
Our business for mini school, correct?
Okay. And are you aware of what portion of the total square footage or the total realty assessment is considered taxable versus that which is considered exempt?
Okay, gross floor area of this building 14,000 square feet. We assess less as for 7,500, around 50% roughly.
Okay, so that 1,170, that's the basement, correct?
Yes.
And that's being used by the school and is exempt, correct?
1 second. By school appear 6,552 square feet.
So just so we're clear, there's a for-profit daycare, there's a Montessori school, and then there's a junior school. And only the for-profit daycare is taxable. You're aware of that, correct?
Correct.
Okay,
In
so then
stock, taxable only 6,552 square feet. It's exempt, and current business ID, it's not exempt.
it's not exempt. Okay, did you reference the decision of the from the Board of Revision on this property?
Reduction. I see 47% reduction and taxable party.
Okay, so just so we're clear, the total assessment is $1,519,000, and the assessable or the taxable portion is $486,000, which comprises 32% of the overall assessment. Are you aware of that?
Correct.
32% of this property is occupied by a private for-profit daycare. The 68% of the square footage is a school, is thereby exempt, as and we have the decision that recognizes that. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, it's look like yes.
Okay, those are my questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Jeff?
In this case, I would like to reduction from 93,900 to 45,000. Do a Board of Revision decision. I did reductions 47%.
Sorry.
To follow Board of Revision decision, reducing of taxable portion of property was reduced for 47%. By reducing 47% for actual annual rental value, I came across $45,000.
Okay, so just so I'm clear, that's a recommendation to
It's a recommendation.
45,000?
Yeah.
We'll accept that. Thank you.
Guess there's no further questions.
Great. Thank you.
So it's from 93,900 to 45,000.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you're asking only 66,300. I go reduction for this amount, not less. because I didn't have time to look in
Well,
agent. Sorry, I changed my mind. I accept 66,300.
I'll leave that in your hands. If the assessor is making that reduction, that recommendation will accept it. So I think we've accepted that.
I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
So, Stefano, what is your recommendation? Is it $45,000 or is it?
Because right now I open agent brief, have time to look into. His recommendation 66,300. I accepted it.
Well, I think I accepted I'm not sure what the protocol is here, but I think we accepted the offer first. So, but again, we'll leave that with you.
Yeah, we'll come to a decision. So just to be clear, you're retracting the 45,000?
Yes.
Okay, and what's your new recommendation? You say it one more time so I can write it down and I'll have both before me that way. What is your new recommendation?
My recommendation 66,300 because it's already account for a reduction of possible parking.
Thank you. I guess that concludes this property. And the last one, I gather, is supplementary.
This is an 1819 supplementary. Yeah. So if we could, I know there are two files, but perhaps we could just hear them together. It's the same. The evidence is the same, and the assessment would be the same for both years. So.
I agree. Panel, do you have any?
I haven't done that.
So Svetlana will do the two files for 21 McGillivray Avenue Boulevard together, not separately.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like similar. Okay, we have two file number, 19-4980. Second file, 19-4981. It's 2,100 McGillivray. Business ID number 32895. Steinbach Credit Union Limited. We did assess annual rental value of business $733,620. Our total area of premise 35,049 square feet. Overall annual rental value per square foot $20.93. Our base rent, overall base rent for 35,049 square feet $18.58 plus occupancy cost $2.45 came across our annual rental value of $733,620. I did presented three type of comparables because subject property has a bank on main floor, office bank head office on second floor. If we have ATM rent comparables. First, a bunch of comparables, rent comparables. I have 7 banks on Sargent, Grid Boulevard, start lease in 2013 for $37 per square foot. On St. Mary, 2 comparables for $13 or $13.50 per square foot. Both started in 2014. 1080 Grant Avenue, lease started in 2014, around 6,000 square feet for $30 per square foot. 620 Sterling Clients Parkway, lease started in 2014 for $26.95. In 2 banks on Portridge for $31 per square foot for 6,000 square feet. And $29 per square foot for 6,500 square feet. A portion of bank we assess and base rent $24.86. It's very well supported. Office part, it's a head office of bank. I have 6 comparables. We have 2 office on Taylor Avenue, 1513 Taylor Avenue for $16.50 and $16.85. Third comparables on Waverly, 1200 Waverly, lease started 2014 for $17 per square foot. Fourth comparable, 1715 Cannon Stand Boulevard, lease started in 2012, 6 years before reference day for $24 per square foot. On Grant, 1200 Grant, lease started in 2014 for $25, and lease on Portridge for $23 per square foot. Our head office rent, base rent around $14 and $11 each square. If you look on my comparables, ATM rent comparables, I have 3 comparables on Ness Avenue, Marion, and St. Mary Road. It's range between $140 per square foot and $150 per square foot. We did assess $156 per square foot. So based on comparables, the annual rental value is fair and should be confirmed for 2018 and 2019 years.
Thank you. Jared? Thank you. Okay. Now these comparables, did you select these yourself?
Yes.
You did. And so then is it safe to assume that you checked them to ensure that they were indeed comparable and there was nothing atypical about them?
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to go through these very quickly. On your bank comps, comp number 1, the year built is 2013 and the lease start is 2013. Now that's a bank in Sage Creek. Do you suppose that perhaps there's some amortized costs of building a brand new purpose-built building in a new and upcoming residential neighborhood that might inflate that rent beyond what would typically be considered market?
You talk about my comparables number 5, Sterling Landing Parkway, yes?
No, I'm going to start with the bank rent comps, and bank comp number 1 is 50 Sage. Okay, so my question is, do you think that the fact that this building was built specifically in 2013 with a lease that starts in 2013, do you think perhaps there's some amortized costs or some inducements that might be captured in this rent that might inflate it beyond what we would typically call market rent, this utility of this style of property?
You would agree the bank usually built building for its own bank. It's correct?
I'm not sure. Can you answer my question, please?
Altis Bank built to be bank inside. So my first comparables on Sage Creek Boulevard built in 2013, specific for bank. My comparables on Sterling built in 2014, specific for bank. That's why its lease started 14 and 13.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you my question.
And subject property built like bank.
So a purpose-built property, brand new, built specifically for this tenant in a new and upcoming, what we'll call a higher-end residential area of town. I'm asking, do you think that that rent might be higher based on the fact that there's likely amortized costs of building and inducements built into that market rent that's being reported?
They reported $1.90.
You made a point there. Now,
$7 per square foot.
Okay, comp number 3, that's ACU. That's also a purpose-built building, correct? They built that for us in Wayne Credit Union. You aware of that?
Yeah, they rent for $51.50.
Okay. Number 4, that's the CIBC at Grant Park, isn't it?
Correct. Okay, and it's rent, Grant Park rent for $13 per square foot.
Yeah. Can you explain to me then how the lease starts in 2014, but the premise was built in 2016?
Yeah, good point. I make mistake with building here.
You're aware that,
because it's a grand mall.
right, Grant Park Mall
It
was,
has several buildings built different time. I made mistake this year's bill, but lease started in November 2014 for $13 per square foot.
and you're aware that Grant Park Mall was originally built between 1964 and 1969, if I'm not mistaken. And the Imperial Bank of Canada was one of the original tenants. You aware of that?
You talk about Grant Avenue.
Okay, that's fine.
Because on Grant Avenue, we have two buildings. One building outside, standalone bank, and we have bank inside.
Okay, that's good. Number 5, that is the Seasons of Tuxedo. Now again, that might command a higher rent. That's across the street from IKEA, and the Seasons of Tuxedo. And again, that's purpose built for ACU, the Assiniboine Credit Union. You're aware of that?
Yeah, the rent close to $27 per square
You're
foot.
aware of that. Now, when it comes to our subject property, can you tell me what year this property was originally built in?
Subject property built in 2003.
No, the subject property was built in the 1970s.
No, McGilvery built 2003.
No, it was renovated in 2003. That property's been there. The bones of that property are about 50 years old.
This building, it was old building was removed and it put bank on top
Right, but it was never built to
in
be.
2003.
Excuse me. It was never built to be a credit union, was it?
It was built as a bank in first place.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on to your office comps. Okay, so 1 and 2, those are main floor office spaces, is that correct?
This building was built on old, they used old basement that was full renovated, crawl space transferred to basement to new tenants.
Okay, we've moved on here into the office rent comparable. So I want to talk about comps 1 and 2, just very simply. Are those main floor rents?
I assume yes.
Okay. Do you have any second floor rents in these comps?
I have third floor rents on comparable number 6, 326 Portridge. I guess no.
6.
392. No. No, I don't have this. It's main floor.
No, that's the Westwood Mall. I'll ask.
No, it's main floor. Both.
Okay.
Second floor.
Number 5. Again, we're back to Grant Park. So that's Grant Park Mall. That's the Cambrian Credit Union. Is that a pad lease?
I'm sorry?
Is that a pad lease? Do you know anything about that? Is that a
They
high?
reported net rent signed in November 14 for $25.
Okay. Is there any amortization for the build of that property? Like I asked for Sage Creek, it's a brand new building. They built it for that tenant, right?
Yeah. Subject property bank was built specific to the bank.
Okay, and you got the lease starting in April of 14, but the building wasn't constructed until 2016.
I already admit this in your first question.
No, that was for the CIBC. This is now the Cambrian Credit Union.
Okay, yes.
Okay, and are you aware that
because it's a shopping mall also, they have several buildings, I pick wrong.
Okay, and just to be clear, our reference date for the purpose of this exercise is April 1 of 2016, correct?
14.
14? We're looking at 18 and 19.
Okay. 1080 Grant Avenue and 1200 Grant Avenue at shopping mall. It has a mall, Shopping mall, it's also has different buildings, different years built, standalone building. That's why I make mistake.
Okay, that's fine, but my point here is that premise, I went and I looked it up. They didn't open to the public until October 24th of 2016, so that's actually post-reference information. Aware of that?
It's rent in 2014.
Right, it wasn't built until 16. Okay, that's fine. And then I just noticed, just peppered throughout your comps, you do have some shorter leases. Is it typical for a bank to have a 5-year lease? And if there is a 5-year lease, do you not think that would command a higher?
Yeah, it's from 5 to 20 years, please.
And a 20-year lease is more typical of a bank than a 5-year lease. Is that not correct?
Yeah, longer lease because it's specific for bank rent.
Shorter lease would come at a premium because there's more risk to the owner. Is that correct?
Bank rent more higher than office rent.
Okay, now let's just get to the final piece here. Now, you're using is the city of the opinion that the ATM, this is an outdoor ATM, you drive through it, the city is suggesting that that is a wholly separate premise that's rentable?
Correct.
Okay. Perhaps that's just a difference of opinion, but just so
Each bank, if they have, sometimes we have standalone ATM, for example, on my comparables, 3020 Fast Nest Avenue, it just standalone ATM. So if bank has standalone ATM, we use same separate premise.
This ATM is physically attached to the credit union though, correct?
It's a standalone, it's not attached.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay, because I reviewed the photos of this property and it is clearly attached to the structure. Now, just
it's standalone with own roof,
okay.
canopy.
And you're suggesting that it's heated and that it's serviced with water and air conditioning. This is an outdoor drive-through.
I suggest it's very sold building, specific for bank. It has its value. It can stand on specific, separate from the building, like my comparables number 1.
But is it fair to say that it doesn't have water and air conditioning?
But it's very solid construction. You cannot just destroy this building. It's like wall.
No. Okay. And lastly, are you aware of the realty decision on this property? Have you recognized that at all? Have you looked into it before today for the purpose of this assignment?
A realty decision based on net operating income presented by the applicant in removing 5% not recoverable.
No, I think you're looking at the wrong decision. It says that this decision is based on the applicant's net operating income, and the board did adjust our cap rate, but our NOI was accepted, and that, of course, was based on the rents that we used, and we did not include the ATM. Those are my questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Jeff?
Thank you. I don't have any questions.
And I have no questions. Here.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so the subject property is the Steinbach Credit Union located at 2100 McGilbert Boulevard. Now the building was, I've looked into it a little bit. I believe it used to be used for trucking or something like that, but there was an existing structure that they renovated in 2003. And the gross floor area is 23,390 square feet plus 11,588 square feet of basement space, giving us a total of 34,978 square feet. Now, very quickly, of course, this is owner occupied. Oh, I'm sorry, it was Cleason Transport. That's correct. So it was not purpose built. It was it's a conversion, and I'm sure you've all seen in the news. They're going to convert it further. So they've had some issues with how it operates as a credit union. Again, not purpose built. So after they purchased the property, they did add a retail component of 5,005 square feet at the east end of the building. So now the breakdown of the leasable area, we've got 5,005 square feet of retail banking. We've got a main floor office area comprised of 11,173 square feet. We have a second floor office area that is 7,212 square feet, and that basement that I mentioned at 11,588 square feet. 15% of the basement roughly is comprised of the mechanical and storage area, and the remainder of it is finished for office and lunchroom for the staff. So we had to look to the market. If you come with me to page 5, these are the same rents that we submitted that were accepted in full to form our NOI by the Board of Revision, and these are a cross section of banks and credit unions that we believe are appropriate. Now, if you take that old Cleason Transport building and then you recognize that it has been updated in 2003, we're looking at something with an effective age of something perhaps in the 1990s. We think that's more reasonable than a brand new purpose-built building in Sage Creek in the modern era. So we've used those rents for our retail bank rents. We come to an average of $22.88 and a median of 23. Now we do apply we go to the higher rate of that and apply $25, which I think is actually above the assessor's model. But however, that is what we've determined in our research. In multi-floor bank rents, we've got Empress and Ellis right by Polo Park, and then we've got Harrow and Pembina. So those are multi-floor rents. So that gives us an indicator of $20.50 to $24. So we are using $17.50 for the main and $15.50 for the upper floor. We do have a higher level of finish, as I mentioned, in the basement area, but 85% of it is used for office and lunchroom. So we're submitting that $12.50 is appropriate. And now this is based on an industry sort of average or an industry behavior where we would take half the rent of the main floor retail space and apply it to the finished basement, even though the utility is basically subtending the main floor rents. So with all of these factors taken together, our base net total potential market income that we calculate is $577,289. On page 6, you can see how that all shakes out. And then we add our occupancy costs, which leads us to a total rounded value of $659,460. So we do respectfully submit that the 2018 and 2019 business assessment for the subject property does not exceed $659,460. Again, I've included the Board of Revision order that I referenced in my cross-examination, showing that this decision was accepted based on our NOI. So we do ask that be upheld here, and that the realty and the business assessment are in accordance. And for reference, in the appendices, I've included our original submission, should you wish to reference that. Barring any questions, that is my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. Svetlana?
On page, rent comparables, agent. You have rental bank comparables, 9. Each of them standalone bank. Could you point us?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
You have rent comparables for retail bank. 9 comparables. Each of them standalone bank.
Standalone, which are standalone banks?
Would you agree that standalone bank, first answer my question.
Sorry, I'm trying to understand your question.
From 9 comparables of retail bank,
Yes.
Each of them stand-alone bank similar to the subject property.
Standalone, okay, so you want to know which ones are standalone. The TD on Pembina is a standalone, and the Casera Credit Union, I believe, is a standalone. Comp 4, I believe, is standalone as well. For the multi-floor, Harrow is a standalone unit, though it's multi-tenanted, and I believe 11 is standalone as well.
You don't point any street numbers in your comparables, how you can check?
No, we don't tend to enter that into the public record. If that is something you desire, we are happy to speak to you and provide that with you as we've always done in the past.
So I would request provide me with full information.
Yes, and I did try to speak to you about this docket prior, but it's fine.
You don't have any ATM bank comparables, correct?
Yes, they're all bank comparables.
No questions.
Thank you. Jeff?
Just quickly, I think it was your page 3, you referenced that this was originally the Clayson building.
Yes.
It's a bit vague. How many square feet of the original Clayson building are still?
That's a great point. I'm not sure. That's something that I tried to look up for the past few days, actually. I knew that it was trucking at some point, and I know that the other thing that I found in my research was the CEO of the company has said this is post reference, but they have said that they're building they're effectively almost demolishing this building and building it completely new. And one of the issues that they said they had is that the foundation or the superstructure of this building is old, and they want to build a new building to get rid of this one because they said even if we renovate it, we're left with an old building. So they have had some issues with. I'm not sure how large that space was or what the footprint was. I know they have done some work, and that would affect the effective age to be certain. But I know that there have been problems operating this as a credit union when it wasn't purpose built as a credit union. I think banks are a little different than standard retail shelf space. They have certain needs, vaults and security, things like that. So I don't know exactly what the full footprint was, but I know that there have been issues with the fact that it was a conversion.
Okay, no other questions.
Irving?
I don't have any questions, thank you.
I just have one question. Sure. The basement, is it 3 or 4 feet out of the ground with regular windows?
Oh, almost like a bi-level
style?
Maybe I don't know. I'd be guessing. I'm thinking about the photos, and I know that the grade of that property is it's not. From what I can tell, it's not all exactly
Not flat.
level. Yeah. So
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think, if I'm not mistaken, maybe it's that east side. There may be windows there, but then the other side may be below grade. So, but it would still be considered basement space. To be certain. Yeah.
Thank you. That was my only question. Perfect. That concludes the hearing for this morning. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
Another day.
Thank you.